No, it should be recording. They should be rolling. Dongle.
Put the dongle away.
For the Hot Tools University. Wait, Helena Troy Academy.
Ow, dude! Seriously?
No, sorry.
Dude, Trent Reznor though. And Atticus.
For the Helena Troy Academy.
When I first started, on the second day, I sat in an FOM class, whoop whoop, academy, and poor Fabian was sitting next to me, and that was the end of days for him because I knew somebody's name. And so I approached him initially, and I was like, Fabian, this is the idea we have, and he's like, let's get with Joe.
Eric Espinosa and Amanda Sanchez from HR department, they approached the creative department to create an animation to help them
promote the Helen of Troy Academy and to bring more attention to it and to what the Academy offers and the benefits it has to all of our associates here.
Exactly. And they had an initial script, but to put it in a format as an animation video, it needed a lot of work.
So we sat down and we were like, who's gonna do what and how are we gonna do this?
So my initial role was just to connect with HR and to see what their ask was. And after that, actually, Joseph and the team took over.
Okay, our roles were to basically kind of create a screenplay. Because it's one thing to say I want a story about an acorn and it blossoms and you see an employee who blossoms and takes a Helena Troy Academy. But we were the ones that had to create that linear timeline and show like how that happens.
Wardrobe. It was wardrobe.
It was a good idea though to work with, and I think we had a lot of fun kind of coming up with, how are we going to take this abstract idea and kind of manifest it with, characters and settings, etc.
My role was to create the characters and to create the scenes and do the blocking for the animation.
So me and Abby took our little, our magnifying glass and we started
just looking for patterns too, and we're just using our imagination and how cute would they come out. So
My role was to direct the team and get us to the finish line initially. But I think that being that I was the only one that had worked with the software, it was a little bit easier for me to transition them and get them where they needed to be.
Some of the challenges we faced on creating the characters, we had to create a persona that would translate in all languages around the world, right? We wanted to make the characters as featureless as possible. Even Joe came up with the idea of not using human colors.
Yeah, for the skin color.
Our biggest challenge was that nobody could talk. And so we had to write a script without a script. And I even remember we left frustrated. And what helped was talking about it with my husband. And as I was explaining it, I realized that's the screenplay. That I figured it out. I messaged Denise. I was like, I got it!
There were a lot of challenges. One of the challenges being that we had to use a new software. It's only been out for a couple of years that uses a facial recognition algorithm to map your face to the character's face. So I know that sounds easy, but we had to create a smile in order for it to register a smile when we smiled on camera.
For me, one of the biggest challenges was also learning how to do wireframing, literal wireframing. I had to learn how to go buy some wire and mold it, put foil around it, and create a whole body.
Like the music.
Yes. I want to tell
that was one of the
story.
hardest. That's one of the hardest parts because that's the storyteller right there is the music because there is no script.
I read the script over and over and over and over again so I could get the the feel and the mood of the story. And I called a little meeting, and we went into Denise's and Abby's office, and I told them like, okay, I'm gonna play this, and you need to tell me and be honest if you're feeling what I'm feeling.
So I learned that each and every single member of the team has a set of skills that could be very beneficial for this company for future projects. From script writing to clay modeling to making faces in front of a camera in order to animate these characters. You know, it took a lot of thinking, and it took a lot of skill behind it, and a lot of teamwork.
I learned about all the work it really takes to create something like this. There's so much work that goes into it in all areas, you know, from creating the story, creating the vision, and then building the models and watching creative do all of their amazing work. So it really gives me a whole new respect for animation and just creative processes. So yeah, totally happy with the outcome.
I think it's amazing. I think what we were able to put together, I mean, considering that this is a team of graphic designers, this is a team of non-animators. I mean, we have a couple of people in video production, but the whole team has never done anything like this. I thought it was crazy, but I mean, what we were able to do together, like, it's amazing what the final outcome was.
I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, I think we accomplished something that we had only thought was doable on like a broadcast scale or on the scale of like Adobe, because we'd watched all of the stuff that Adobe had done with the character animator program, and we've seen it on Colbert and we've seen it on The Simpsons. So we were like, it was pretty cool to see that we could actually do something with it. That was pretty amazing.
I think for me, it's the opposite. I'm pretty well aware, nothing on you, but I'm pretty well aware of how creative we all are outside of our positions. And I mean, there's not one weak link on the team. And so when it comes to a challenge like this, especially one that kind of takes us beyond what we're used to, it's like, oh, this is gonna be cool.
What I learned from the process was how much work it goes into it. And I learned about logging and how intricate it has to be, how the camera moves, how all these big movies that you see on screen, like Disney movies and all that, how they come about, like how do they start. And I think it's great, and I think it translates to every business unit. I think everybody is gonna, I hope they like it.
I liked it. It was good. It was good to see how everything came together, all the hard work everybody put in. It was good.
The video is incredible. I think that everybody should really watch it, like with open hearts, open minds. It was really with the intent to elevate lives, soar together. I don't think it's just this saying. I don't think that it's just something that's on a wall. There was a lot of thought put into every little component in this video. Came out incredible. We couldn't have asked for better.